Good morning. Welcome to the Black Prosperity Podcast with Miami-Dade Economic Advocacy Trust. My name is Miss Latoya Byrd, and I'll be your host today. I'm the Business Expansion Specialist, and I'm excited to do the show today. Today we have a special guest, Miss BAM Events, Nicole Clark. How are you doing today?
I'm fine. I'm blessed. How are you?
I am doing good. It's nice to see a woman-owned business from South being here represented today. So I'm happy to have you here.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm honored. I'm humbly grateful to be here.
Awesome. Now, the reason why we are interviewing you, because you are one of our stellar grant alumni of 2023, of last year. And we want to know, how has the grant that you received from MDEAT actually impacted your business and the growth of your business over this last year?
The grant was truly a blessing. I am so grateful for MD and everything they've done for BAM events. I decided to step out on faith and open the first event space in the city of Florida City. And with doing that, sometimes you're not sure where your funds will come from. And attending a networking event, I heard about MD and decided to put in an application and trust the process. And after receiving the grant, I was able to keep my doors open. I was able to remodel. I was able to host different events and purchase inventory. It's just truly been a blessing, and my business is truly expanding thanks to MD and those grant funds.
Oh, wow. So I do want to dive into different layers of BAM events. So can you walk us through what was your inspiration in starting the business? When did you get started? And kind of what was that track record of getting where you are now?
Well, BAM Events is my heart. It's my passion. It's my family. It just started from childhood, growing up with my grandmother that was a florist, going to work with her and seeing how she created beautiful things by just putting it together one piece at a time. I'm growing up with my mother, who was just an interior decorator of her own. Every time we would come home, she's moved something, she's changed something, she's found something in a dollar store, made it look like a masterpiece. So as I became a mother and got my own place, it was there. My kids saw it. They would leave in the morning and the living room was one way, come home, it's another way. And it was just a passion. It's just a love of just being able to create something out of nothing. And just from that, being able to blossom, being able to bloom, getting together with my mom, and she was like, you can do this, let's step out and do it. We partnered together, came up with a name and said, we want to make everything breathtaking and memorable. And that's the meaning of BAM events, those acronyms there.
Breathtaking and memorable.
Breathtaking and memorable events.
Awesome. So you actually started this business as a family business.
Yes.
With you and your mother. Okay. And when did the doors open? When was BAM actually born officially on SunBiz?
In June of 2015.
Okay.
We decided to come out of the shadows and just, let's put ourselves out there. Let's really be a business. We had done it for so many years, and, people knew of us, but they didn't know us.
Okay.
So we stepped out.
Awesome. So I'm going to ask you a question about marketing. How does marketing play a role with someone like you being a business owner, putting yourself out there, being encouraged by your family,
Yes.
and now you're in business? And now what role has marketing played in the success of your business?
Marketing is a major role, and I find that I need to do it more often. Again, raised to be a humble person. I was taught you stay in the background. You don't say too much. So I would do my events. I don't want any props, any accolades, any validation, because it's about my client. But I find now that in order to get more exposure, to do more things, I have to market myself. I have to speak up. I have to put myself out there. I have to network, because nobody knows BAM events like I know BAM events.
I know that is right. So let me ask you this, in regards to you being a grant recipient and you having the first, is it the first event space in Florida City, or is it the first female and Black-owned event space as well?
It's all of the above.
Oh, wow. So In regards to being this inaugural entrepreneur in the city, what advantages do you think that gives you being the first in a city to actually have this type of business?
Well, I don't really look at it as an advantage. I just look at it as a blessing.
Okay.
I look at it as I'm just opening the doors for others. I want others from my community, from the South Dade area, to know that we can do things that we dream of. It can be achieved. If you put yourself around the right people at the right time, you meet great companies like MDEAT that are willing to help you in the South Dade area achieve your dreams, and just believe it. Believe it, jot it down, manifest it.
Awesome. And it was an honor to be able to come to your grand opening. When was that? That was back in
That was in August.
August.
Yes.
I was able to come out with the big $10,000 check and surprise you.
Yes.
And the whole community was there to support you. And South Dade Connections was there. And everyone was cheering you on. And when I walked into your facility, I wasn't prepared. I wasn't prepared for the level of execution. I heard about BAM events doing different events and so on and so forth, but to see you in your light in your own establishment, in your own building, that was really something. So can you explain to our listeners and to our viewers how grant funding came into play for you when you got serious about it? What was that like? What was the application process like? Were you discouraged at any point, or what helped you to make sure that you gave an award-winning application?
Well, actually, in the beginning, someone actually told me not to apply.
Wow.
Because they would not select someone like me. And I didn't let that discourage me. I just said, Lord, if it's meant for me, it's meant for me. I got the application. I knew that from the beginning, I had everything I needed to have a legit business. It was just finding the right person to believe in my business with me. So if I don't believe, no one else will believe. I submitted all the documents, the application, the process was not as hard if your documents are correct and if you have everything properly done. And then I just prayed about it, and I just said, if it's for me, it's for me. And I continued to push myself and bootstrap and take from my savings and do whatever I need to do to keep my dream alive. And that moment when you walked in with that $10,000 check, I kind of felt like one of those recipients that you see on the news get the lottery check. But it was just, again, so grateful. I really wanted to shout. I had to hold myself back because there are so many things we pray for and we believe, and you just feel like others don't believe in you. And if it's for you, it's for you.
Awesome.
It's for you.
Well, thank you for sharing that. And I do want to let our listeners know that we have a large number of female business owners that tend to apply and actually receive the grant. So what words of encouragement do you have for other female business owners who are here in Miami-Dade County, possibly in the South, just like you, who are aspiring to do business here in the city?
I would tell any woman, encourage yourself. Encourage yourself, believe in yourself, uplift yourself. Sometimes as women, well, we're very emotional as women, but sometimes we feel like we need someone to lift our chin up, to pat us on the back, to hug us, just support. Women are emotional, we need that, and sometimes we have to do it ourselves. We won't always have someone there. I lost my mother shortly after opening the business, and she succumbed to cancer. But in the midst of that, I had to keep going. I had to uplift myself. I had to look at all the great things she taught me and use that to go further.
Okay, awesome.
So if you believe it, and then surround yourself with positive people. Find the right people, find the right friends, find people that are thinking positive, that want to uplift and not pull you down. Sometimes women, we get in those little groups and, be mindful. And sometimes it's good to just be quiet and learn your surroundings. And then you'll know which way to go. Trust your heart, trust God.
Nice. Those are some deep words of wisdom
Yes.
for aspiring women in business who want to
Yes.
do their thing here in South Dade, and all over Miami-Dade County.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I heard you mention a few things about networking.
Yes.
How important is it to network within your business, the type of business that you have?
It's very important. It was times that I thought that I could just handle it all on my own. All I need to do is book a wedding, book a baby shower, book the next event. And after I've started networking, which recently I'm doing it more, I realized there are social events. There are so many other things that I can do to give back to my community. So I started networking with different companies, different businesses, going to different networking meetings to see what other people could bring to the table. That way I can take some of the hats off. As a business
Mm.
owner and a woman, we tend to hold on
Wear
to
so many hats.
everything and
Mm.
try to handle everything. And it can be overwhelming.
I'm excited that you mentioned that because it's almost a tradition, as women
Hmm.
and definitely as entrepreneurs, to wear the fireman hat, the baseball cap, the all the caps,
Yes.
right? But right now in this day and age, in your business, how have you been able to streamline some of those many different roles and responsibilities?
Well, sometimes I'm throwing hats to the left and throwing hats to the right. And sometimes you just throw your hands up, and see what hat God is going to put on you that day. But I have surrounded myself with a good team. A lot of them are my family members that have stepped up and they see how hard I work and how much I love what I do. So, I have some that do deliveries, I have some that do pickups. I have staff that set up, I have staff that break down, you know.
Okay.
So,
Awesome. And tell me a little bit more about your services, because I know you went from doing event planning to now having your actual own physical location. What are some of the service offerings that an ideal client could expect from BAM events?
well, that is very diverse. The gifts just keep coming. I do custom designing as far as backdrops, banners, flyers. We can do your baby shower. Again, we can do weddings. We can do birthday parties. We do retirements. We do corporate events. We do Christian religious events.
Mm.
We also do social events. I work with nonprofits, for profits. Whatever you need me to do, we can make it breathtaking and memorable.
Awesome.
Yes.
Are there any events that you'd like to do that you've never done before or as of yet?
I would say I want a major floral wedding event. I want an extravagant wedding. I
Okay.
want an overtop wedding. I want to just push the limits because I'm always giving more than what I'm asked. So I just want to bless someone just with their dream wedding.
Nice.
Yes.
Okay, I love
Yes.
that you put that out there. I hope our listeners are listening in, because summer is coming up, spring is here, so you might get a client as we speak.
Yes.
So tell me a little bit more about where BAM Events is going from here for the rest of 2024, excuse me.
Well, for 2024, honestly, I'm just putting it in God's hands. He's opening doors right now. Again, being that I'm the first event space owner in the city of Florida City, people are finding out about me. People are coming. They don't know what to expect because from the outside, it just looks like a standard warehouse. And on the inside, you come in and there's a warm, inviting space just waiting to host your event. Right now, it's wherever God takes me. I don't want to speak anything out there that He does not want me to do. Um, whoever I can bless, I'm ready to bless.
Okay,
I'm ready to
awesome.
bless.
And I want you to do something for me that may be a little bit out of the norm, but I want you to walk us through the venue like we are there. Because when I entered the event space, I was just like, wait, what's going on? Where am I? What is this? Oh my goodness, look at that. And I was just wowed by the intention, by the beauty, by all the effort that I saw come through with the design. So could you walk us through what it's like at BAM Events, the physical location?
Well, from the door. You come into the office area, the grand entrance, where we have our custom Louis Vuitton chairs that I ordered directly
Mhm.
from China because I want everyone in South Dade to have the best. Here at that office, you'll also see all my certifications. You'll see my license. Again, do everything by the book. There's also a restroom in the entranceway. And then once you go through another door, that's when you go into the grand hall. The grand hall has been draped all white. It has been painted even down to the ceiling. We did the floors because both of the warehouses used to be auto shops. So it was a lot of work that went into it. And we do have 2 television monitors. We have the LED lighting. We have dance floors down. You walk through custom draping and opens into the wall where it can take you into the second side of the venue. So if you have a smaller event, you can use one side. When you have a larger event, you can utilize both sides. And from that second side, we can have your buffet setting there. There's also a second restroom in that area. And when you go in that area, you go into our Arabian Nights theme because I want to give everyone an experience. Even if you don't know what theme you want to have, if you have no theme, you just come in for a corporate meeting, you're going to get an experience somewhere inside the event space. After leaving the Arabian Nights area, we can take you upstairs to the Secret Garden. This is an area that's very dear to me, and that is the area that made me select the venue space because it just feels so inviting, so right, so relaxing. And in that area, it can accommodate up to 20 guests in that area alone upstairs. So if you want to have a smaller event, we've also had a wine tasting up there that turned out really nice, but that's a space all of its own. So there's really 3 different areas that you can utilize when you're in the venue.
Oh wow, thank you for that.
Mhm.
And the secret garden.
The Secret
Oh, I
Garden.
felt like VIP when we were doing the tour and we were exploring on your grand opening.
Yes.
And it was such a sweet treat, a pleasant surprise to see that this was a secluded area. And I
Yes.
was like, wow, what a level up for event space, especially in the South area, because I hadn't seen any other venues
Yes.
in that area. So talk to me a little bit about your collaborations. I heard you say buffet. Are you partnering with other vendors here in the county to make BAM events what it is behind the scenes? What are some of those collaborations?
I do try to collaborate with a lot of local businesses in the area because together we can all win. There's
Mhm.
blessings out there for us all. I have worked with local caterers to try to come in, introduce themselves to different clients in the venue. A lot of different caterers have come in. I've worked with Big Boys Barbecue. He's out of the Perrine area, South Day area. I've worked with many different caterers that
Mhm.
come through because I just want to share the blessings. I've worked with different DJs. I collaborate a lot with DJ Rocksteady. We host Paint to the Beat, which is like paint parties with food and music. Just different things. We also do Lights and Lyrics, which is our amazing lip singing night everyone should attend. Even if you don't have a voice, you have an act, an attitude with it. So please attend. I've also collaborated recently with iConnect Agency, where we've started karaoke nights. We had our first karaoke this Monday night, and it was amazing. So I do try to reach out to a lot of different people to bring them in and just let's have a great time in the South Day area. I work with a lot of different people that are in the decorating business, that are welcome to come in. I work with a lot of churches that have come in and utilized the space, and everyone just has a great time in that space. And I just wanted it to be someplace local, fun, and that everyone can enjoy.
I'm glad you mentioned that because I think when we think South and definitely deep down South, because
Mhm.
sometimes when we say South, we may think Gouls or Richmond Heights, but there's Princeton, there's Naranja, there's
Yes.
Homestead, there's Florida
Yes.
City, there's Leisure City. And so I love that you're adding value, entertainment value to the down South area.
Yes.
And how has that been for you personally when stepping into this new role of having an actual venue?
Hmm.
How has that been personally? Has it weighed a little bit more on your time? How has it been managing going from event planner to now having an actual venue and being at the space?
Well, definitely, it's a juggle. It's a juggle. Sometimes you do feel like you're in Cirque du Soleil, you're being stretched this way, that way. It's definitely a juggle, but it's what I love. So it doesn't feel like work. And every time I try to take my hands off of it, I'm right back there because I just have this feeling, I have this vision that I have to see it through. So it's time consuming. If you ask my husband, it's very time consuming. But he knows I love what I do, so he's very supportive. My kids, my family, everyone are very supportive and very happy for me. So we're making it work.
Awesome. Now, I know that Mr. Robert Parson was the economic development manager last year, and he's the one who told me about you. And he mentioned that you took a leap of faith when it came to the business and pertaining to the grant that you actually now do this full time. Is that correct?
Yes, yes. I was employed with a municipality for 25 years. And I decided to go ahead and step out on faith as of June of last year. And the moment that I took that step out, the doors just start opening, just start opening. And sometimes we hold on to things because we're afraid. We're afraid to step out, but it had been there a long time. Even a lot of my coworkers was like, "You've been saying this. You've been ready. You've been ready." And you miss the people. You miss the place. After 25 years, getting up doing the same routine, you had to love it to stay 25 years. And of course, I love all you guys if you're watching. But when I did let that go, it hurt for about a couple of weeks. But then I realized I had another purpose. This is going to open the door for me to do what I love full time. And it did. It did.
That's powerful to hear.
Yes.
The impact of your vision first.
Yes.
The encouragement of your mother, and then where MD played a role in providing access to capital with our grant, and seeing your business scale in such a short period of time. Is quite impressive. And the fact that you are here to stay, you're in the city of Florida City to do your thing. And I want to know, have you been encouraged and aspired to apply for other grants?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. After realizing that, and people go, "Oh, a grant is just free money." It's not free money. It's purpose money. It's purpose money. And being that I'm purpose driven, I had to learn this is where you put it. This is what you do. Again, being a legit business, you keep up with those receipts because you have to document everything that you do. But if you're determined to make your business grow and you apply for these things, and if it's for you, and it comes to you, it's a blessing. It's a blessing. It's going to keep those doors open. It's going to add to the inventory, whatever you need it to do. It's a blessing. So I have started applying now for other grants, different grants out there like the mom and pop grants. There's a lot of grants out there that you don't know about. And again, that's where the networking come in and going to different things and getting to know MDEAT. MD is amazing. They send out these flyers and just different things in your email. South Day Connections is another great company that, always sends out email blasts letting you know what's going on, what's available, and just trying to bless and uplift the South Day community.
Awesome. Well, I know that your mother is smiling, proud of you with what you have done with your accomplishments. And we're proud of you too, as well, being a part of the grant alumni class of 2023, who has showed up and showed out as a female business owner here in the South. We appreciate all that you do. Can you also provide your contact information, your social media information, and where people can stay connected with you?
Stay connected with me. I do have a Facebook page, BAM Events LLC. Also Instagram, BAM Events LLC. Look for that black and gold logo that says breathtaking and memorable. I am also on TikTok, BAM Events LLC. And if you're in the South Dade area, please stop in and visit me and come up and see that garden. We are located at 201 Southwest 2nd Avenue in Florida City, Suite 102. And again, I'm also available by calls, by phone calls. If you're interested, 786-567-2574. You can text. Just ready to help and bless my community.
Awesome. Now, before we let you go, I do want to let it be known that I look forward to MDEAT fostering more partnerships with you.
Yes.
I hope to do some events in the deep down south
Me too.
by way of networking, what we were just talking about, probably networking as well as educational workshops for business owners.
Yes.
Because we want to be able to continue to provide that elevated value to business owners, not just in down south, but all over Miami-Dade County. Those are the businesses that we serve. And I look forward to that. I don't know what it's going to look like. I know you're going to do your thing. And like I said, I'm just putting it in the atmosphere. I definitely got to get approval from our executive director.
Yes. Yes.
But we look forward to supporting Black businesses like yours, as well as the other grantees. And I'm just excited to have you a part of our family, because it's actually a year-long relationship.
Yes.
And it's probably like lifetime, because once we're aware and you're on our radar,
Yes.
and you're a part of our grant community, we're definitely doing whatever we can to support you as a business owner. And the fact that it's Women's, History Month, we're
Yes.
just here to celebrate you and the other female business alumni that we have, and the other female business owners in the community. So thank you again so much for all that you do, and we look forward to your next event. Do you have any upcoming events?
We do have some upcoming events. Again, we're going to do Karaoke Mondays. We're changing the themes to make it fun. We just had Masquerade Karaoke Monday. I think next week we might try Rodeo Karaoke
Okay.
Monday. So you guys can stop by anytime between 7 and 11 and have a great time. We also have an R&B night coming up April 27th, one of my collaborations with DJ Rocksteady. You guys are welcome to, come on in, have a great time. We're just looking for different ways to take some stress off these working entrepreneurs in the South Dade area. And anything else we decide to host or come up with, we will post it on our sites, on our social media sites. And then if someone in the meantime wants to come in and create their own celebration or their own event, by all means, just give us a call. We're ready.
Awesome. Thank you so much. And thank you for tuning in to the Black Prosperity, the MDEAT podcast.